I pray and worship Lord Sri Lakshmi Narayana, who is full of auspicious qualities, who has no defects, and the one who grants benefits to all his devotees. I pray Vayu Avtara Jagadguru Sri Madhvacharya, who founded Dvaita philosophy, and who gives the right knowledge and also mukti to the deserving souls. Golden words of Sri Raghavendra Swamy. About Sri Raghavendra Swamy. The meaning of Sri Raghavendra Naama as given by Haridasas. Ra destroys mountains of sins. Gha provides deep-rooted devotion. Ven gives speedy liberation from the cycle of life and death. Dra blesses one with vision of the Lord within oneself. Sri Raghavendra Swamy is the incarnation of a celestial called Shankukarna. Avatars of Shankukarna are Sri Prahlada, who proved bhakti is the way for attaining Lord's feet. Sri Bahlika, Sri Vyasraja, who was Raja Guru of Krishna Dev Rai of Vijayanagara kingdom. Sri Raghavendra Swamy. In the year of 1595, Sri Gopikamba had given birth to son whose beautiful face was shining like a moon. It was all bright, and his proud father Sri Thimmannarya named him as Venkatnatha in the gratitude of Lord Sri Hariyan. When Venkatnatha had completed learning Sastras, Vedas, Tarka, and importantly the essence of Dvaita philosophy, he got married to Sri Saraswati. If other families observed Ekadashi fasting twice a month, Venkatnatha's family did that several times in a week. It was poverty to the core for him and his family. In spite of all this, he never lost his equanimity or wavered in his faith towards the Lord Sri Hari and his Guru Sri Madhvacharya. He was not getting rice during lunch. Even if he gets it, he had no plate on which to serve, but to have on the ground. Once thieves raided Venkatnatha's house and looted whatever little he had in terms of vessels, clothes. Still he questioned Lord on why this difficult situation for those thieves, and prayed for their well-being. It is the kind heart of Sri Raghavendra. His magnetic name vibrates the whole world now because of his nature of love and mercy on all human beings. His wife, even during poverty, with a smiling face, knowing the situation of husband, supported him with pleasant conversation. Though he suffered with poverty, Mantralaya has been now serving food to thousands of his devotees every day. It is his wish and his blessings. How great he is! Venkatnatha, after completing his primary duties, accepted the sannyasa as per orders of Lord Sri Hari through his Guru Sri Sudindra Tirtha. Raghavendra Swamy was a moon to the ocean of Madhvacharya philosophy. With his vast knowledge on Dvaita philosophy, he had to debate with other Vedanta schools, and did installation of Dvaita philosophy to the entire world. Apart from that, he had performed many miracles with the blessings of Lord. He attained the highest state of self-realization, Aparoksha Jnana, and Lord wanted to take him from Kalyuga, like how Narsimha loved Prahlada, but out of mercy for people like us, Raghavendra Swamy replied Lord that he would stay in this place to help other divine souls to attain moksha, and promised his devotees that he would be present at same place and bless the sattvic souls who approaches him with real bhakti. He attained brindhavana in the year 1671 at Mantralaya, but he has been keeping his words by protecting his devotees. His sannidhana can be felt in all his Mritika Brindavanas across the world. There is no iota of difference between his Mula Brindavana and Mritika Brindavana. The scorching brilliance of the sun, the scathing heat of fire, the cool and pleasant light of the moon, the scintillating radiance of all the stars put together, and the rays emanating from all the gems are put together, will produce a light that will only be like a firefly before the sun of mellifluous radiance emanating from the heart of Sri Raghavendra, which hosts the Lord. About Sir Thomas Munro. Major General Sir Thomas Munro, period from 27 May 1761 to 6 July 1827, was a Scottish soldier and British colonial administrator. He served as an East India Company army officer and statesman, in addition to also being the governor of Madras Presidency during 1820. He introduced new tax system and hence called father of the Ryotwari system. Sri Raghavendra and Sir Thomas Munro. In the year 1800, 20 years before becoming the governor of Madras province, Sir Munro was served as the collector of Bellary that was ceded to the East India Company by Tipu Sultan after his defeat in the First Anglo-Mysore War. Munro undertook detailed surveys of the land in the area and fixed rents and taxes on a uniform scale. Since the revenue officials were unable to comply with this order of collecting tax from Mantralaya, Sir Thomas Munro was ordered by the Madras government to procure the annual tax from the Mutt and Mantralaya village on priority basis. In the process of doing so, he was unable to determine the ownership of the lands that were controlled by the Mutt at Mantralaya, where Sri Raghavendra Swamy's Samadhi is located. Under the extant policy of the East India Company, where ownership was not clear, the lands were to be directly taken over by the company. By the time Sir Munro was told about the Swami that Sri Raghavendra had been in Samadhi for nearly 130 years, Thomas Munro decided to visit the place directly to understand the issue. He removed his hat and shoes and entered near Sri Raghavendra Swamy Jiva Samadhi. It is said Munro had semi-divine power and habit of doing meditation. He thus sat before Samadhi for some time and practiced inner silence. After a while Sri Raghavendra appeared before him and they both had conversation in English. Everyone could notice from distance that Munro was talking with someone, which none else could see. Munro was given holy rice and he returned to his state and quashed the order of procuring the place. He is also credited with waiving all taxes from Raghavendra Swamy Mutt in Mantralaya. When he was appointed as governor of Madras in 1820, got surprised when he saw that the first file that he had to deal with in his new post, it was his own recommendation made from Mantralaya he passed in the year 1800. He is supposed to have stood up, saluted the file and passed his orders immediately that the lands not be taken away. This has been recorded in Madras Gazette Volume1, reprinted in 1916. The story of Sir Munro is evidence to the fact that faith does not have religion or caste, and what we seek from our innermost bhakti come true. Developing love towards everyone is the first step of creating bhakti within ourselves. We must therefore learn to shed imitation, falsehood and pursue true devotion. Sri Raghavendra, the greatest saint, proved that even after entering his brindhavana continues to save and bless his devotees, irrespective of religion, caste etc. Sri Raghavendra has been blessing those who surrender His Holiness feet. It is impossible to try to reach the lotus feet of Lord by both Jnana Marga and Karma Marga, since this body is ephemeral. One can only be saved by Sri Raghavendra Swamiji's benign grace, which in turn is only possible if we constantly cherish the greatness and compositions of him. The tongue of Sri Raghavendra is a stage, and Sri Saraswati Devi joyfully dances on it, and the flowers strewn on it from here are the words by which all his nearly 50 compositions on Dvaita philosophy been derived. Gu means darkness. Ru means to confine. Guru means one who dispels the darkness of ignorance through the light of his knowledge.
It has become tradition of having darshan of Sri Raghavendra Swamy at Mantralaya by the generations of Sir Thomas Munro. During 2019, the fifth generation of Sir Thomas Munro family visited Holy Kshetra and have taken blessings from Sri Swamiji. Guru Raghavendra Swamy has the avesha of Vayu Avtara Madhvacharya in him, and hence he could stay alive for 700 years inside Brindhavana, which was covered with thousands of Saligrama Shilas. Therefore we cannot compare any other saints in this world with Sri Raghavendra Swamy, as he has Parama Anugraha of Lord Srinivasa and Madhvacharya. When Brigu Maharishi Avtara Vijayadasa had Gharshan at Mantralaya, he was melted with bhakti seeing the Devtas who are present inside Brindhavana. When Purandaradasha only could complete 4,75,000 songs and told rest of 25,000 would be complete by his son, and make it as 5 lakhs songs in total. The same was fulfilled by his son Sri Vijayadasa. In one of the songs Vijayadasa narrates the Devtas, which are present inside the holy Brindhavana of Sri Raghavendra Swamy. The holy Brindhavana has the Sannidhana of Sri Hari in one form, but has presence of Sri Rama, Sri Narahari, Sri Krishna, Sri Hayagriva and importantly Vayu Sannidhana, and hence he could fulfill all his devotees' wishes like Kamadhin. I worship Sri Raghavendra Swamy as the Kalpavraksha and salute him as the Kamdhenu, the esteemed Raghavendra, who is always engrossed in the true Dharma. He is a brilliant sun who destroys the false arguer, and a moon that casts a mellow light upon Lord Bhaktas. Salutations to that Guru Sri Raghavendra. Salutations to the one of extremely kind disposition.
Let Sri Raghavendra Swamy be our Guru always. If you like this video, then share with your friends and relatives. Please share your suggestions in the comments section. Hare Srinivasa, Shri Krishnapnamanstho.
Om Pujyaya Raghavendraya Satyadharmarataya Cha Bhajatam Kalpavrukshaya Namatam Kamadhenave.